Hey, Templeton! What? I've got to leave Muse for 2 or 3 days on some business. I'll leave as soon as I settle my tab. Sure, that's fine. I can cover the cost of our lodging so far. I can't be indebted to a kid. Well, take care of yourself, alright? Yeah, you too. It's okay, we'll be back before you know it. Don't worry, and just wait for us. Okay, Miss Leona, please look after Pilica. I'm not very good with children, but I'm sure we'll manage somehow. Here now, Pilica, don't make such a face. You've got to send them off with a smile. It looked like Nanami from yesterday, and 2 young men were saying something to Pilica. I stopped to talk with Leona as the party passed me to make their way out of the inn. Do you have a minute? Oh, Mr. Nash. Are you heading out? Yeah, for a bit. What's their story? Huh? Those kids... It's nothing, really. They're just going out on a small errand. An errand, huh? But enough of that. You had some business with me, didn't you? Yeah. You see... By the time I'd finished settling my tab at the inn and made my way outside, the kids were nowhere to be seen. I had seen something like an expression of fierce determination in their faces, but now isn't the time to stick my fingers in other people's affairs. I pass through the gates of Muse and start walking towards the Highland border. During the journey, I stayed a night at a little inn I'd visited before, and enjoyed their delicious meat pie. A few days later, I reached the checkpoint that separates Muse and Highland. This is where it gets problematic. Beyond the towering stone wall that separates the 2 territories, the Highland army is gathering. Even if I had an official entry permit, I doubt I'd be able to get through easily. And if I start climbing the wall in broad daylight, I'll be caught straight away. But it would be tedious to wait until nightfall. Well, what should I do? Talk the gatekeeper into letting me pass. Hold on, sir. The Highland Army is currently mobilizing near this checkpoint, and as such, entry beyond this point is not permitted. I'm aware of the current situation, but I have some important business I must attend to. By order of the mayor, civilian passage has been prohibited. Please, turn back. Come on, there must be some way. I can't be stuck here forever. Do you understand? If you don't have a special permit, I can't allow you to pass, regardless of the circumstances. Special permit? What's he talking about? Non-military wouldn't have anything like that. However, his tone of voice seemed to indicate a different meaning. Aha, I get it. That's what he's trying to say. Ah, yes, right, special permit. How careless of me to forget. Here, will this do? While I was talking, I quickly slipped 1,000 ponch into the soldier's hand. I didn't want to use the reserve money I'd stored away in my breast pocket, but it seemed I don't have much of a choice. The soldier surreptitiously glanced about him, and checked the amount of potch in his hand before speaking to me. Uh-huh. This is certainly a special permit. Yeah, sure it is. Here, hurry on through now. We wouldn't want peddlers like yourself to lose their livelihood. Just stay away from the Highland camp. Yeah, thanks. You can count on me. I reached the Highland camp in the forest just past the border without running into any more difficulties. So far, I haven't needed to use a disguise to advance. Deep in the forest, I made my way forward, weaving through the trees to escape the view of any who might be watching. Every so often, I would drop bits of dried armadillion shells behind me to better find my way to the garrison. Alright, this is where it gets tricky. First, I'll have to find someone who's alone. Ah, there we go. Sorry about that. I'll be borrowing these. Just to be sure, I made the soldier I'd stolen the uniform from inhale some Kawani powder. He wouldn't be waking up till tomorrow morning. I'm a little anxious about leaving my equipment behind like this, but this has become more of a reconnaissance mission than an infiltration. I quickly put things in order and headed back. Hey, you! Yes? Hey, it's Rod. What do you know? What are you hanging around here for? Aren't you on guard duty for the food storage? The shifts changed ages ago. So, forgive me, sir. Just hurry up and go. Lord Luca will be arriving any moment, and if even one thing is out of place, it's my head that will be on the chopping block. Yes, sir. Whew, that was dangerous. But he just said Luca. This could be more than a little awkward. I better make sure to keep up my act. But if the mad Prince Luca is coming all the way out to the front lines, then the talk about the Beast Throne being here begins to take on some credibility. But be that as it may, right now all I can do is pretend to stand guard here. If that officer finds me wandering around again, I doubt he'll be fooled again. Guarding a storage tent is pretty boring. I hope someone comes soon. My own work suffers while I'm doing their work for them. Someone's coming. Huh? Really? Okay, follow me. Hey, let these guys in. They came to get some butter. Oh boy. My jaw nearly dropped when I saw the two young men the soldier had brought with him, but somehow I managed to reply in a calm voice. Well, hurry up then. My shift's almost over. Those two boys, they were the kids I saw at the inn in Muse, weren't they? What kind of errands were they running for their task to bring them to a place like this? Luckily, they didn't know my face, and so they didn't blow my cover. Yes, sir. Hey, you guys. Ryu, you're not supposed to be speaking, bud. Yes? I guess it's my imagination. You couldn't be spies with faces like that. Of course not. Hey, you guys, keep your spirits up, okay? Yeah, thanks a lot. Whew. For a moment there, I'd been beside myself with fear. Anyway, it looks like those guys got their hands on some Highland uniforms and are putting them to good use. Something about this whole thing smells fishy. Please, don't get caught. This place is getting dangerous. While I was fervently praying, they went about and finished their errand. This tent is rather suspicious. I'll take a quick glance around. Hey, this tent is made from a pretty thick fabric, and it's pitch black inside, and of course, I don't have anything to light it up with. I'll just have to feel my way here. There doesn't seem to be anything of importance in here. I'd better hurry up and get out of here. There is some sort of commotion outside. Damn. Looks like those guys were caught in spite of my prayers. I can't understand why Muse would use those kids as spies. Well, what should I do? Don't move a muscle. There's no sense in running around in a panic. I'll just take a bit of a rest here until the uproar outside dies down. I can't see anyone. Considering that whole thing with Sierra, I'm starting to wonder if I have run out of luck completely. No, I should stop that. I don't believe in things like fate or luck. I don't want to believe that all my encounters with death and survival of them is only the will of fate. In the darkness, I stare up at the ceiling, my thoughts spinning round and round. Gradually, it seemed to quiet down outside. Guess it's time to go. It seems like all the soldiers are gone. They must be chasing after those two kids. I feel bad for them, but this is my chance. Hey, you there! Who are you? Sir, I am John. Sir, John. Well, whoever you are, go assist them at the main camp. Captain Brown and his team have left to take care of some rats, and now he is without an aide and getting annoyed. Understood. I shall do so with the utmost haste. I answered thus and began running towards what I had hoped was the main camp. My mission wasn't over yet, not until I verified the existence of the Beast Rune. Is this it? This tent hadn't been here before, and appeared to have been set up quite quickly. It seemed likely. But what am I going to say to the people inside? That I'm here to help? It would be convenient if no one was in there. Well, no point in delaying. Shall we see what's inside? This tent is quite extravagant. There's even a plush sofa. Oops, this is no time to be so carefree. I need to hurry and... It's Jilia. I take it you'll be waiting here. Yes, ma'am. Those are my orders. Well then, please excuse me. There's quite the commotion outside. I do hope they manage to escape. Oh? Who are you? Ma'am, I was ordered to clean up here. Oh? How unusual. Normally, my brother can't stand to have other people anywhere near his things. Ah, yes. But I've finished now, so if you'll excuse me. You're finished? With this? Oh, that's, I try to remember why she seems so familiar. Wait, this... Isn't she Jilia Blight, the Princess of Highland? Well, this just took another turn towards the impossible. Pretty much. In that case, why don't you put on some tea? I've talked so much, my throat is parched. It's not too much to ask, is it? Yes, ma'am. Speaking of which, my throat is getting pretty parched as well, to be quite honest. You get me something to drink here pretty soon. For the time being, I'll have to be patient. I can't afford to slip up and reveal my true identity. Just remain calm. Here you are, ma'am. Thank you. I wonder what the noise outside is about. I met a young man. It was entirely by coincidence. The expression on his face... I've never seen anything quite like it. You're quite the young lady yourself, Princess Jilia. Are you really a soldier here? Well... I hardly ever get to be just a girl. If you don't have more use for me, things seem quite hectic outside, so... Yes, I suppose so. The tea was quite delicious. Thank you. No, please. It was nothing. Well then, if you'll excuse me,